Hi, this weekend I watched Veronica Mars, the continuation of the early 2000s teen detective mystery series. It stars Kristen Bell, who reprises her role from the TV show as the eponymous character, with a whole backstory being thrown at the audience in the first 2 minutes or so to catch us up on what happened in the series. Veronica's father was the sheriff of the town of Neptune, California, where the rich rub shoulders with organised crime, and after asking the wrong person too many questions, he finds himself out of a job and becomes a private investigator. Veronica, devoted to her father, becomes his assistant and his own assistant investigator, and the series followed her taking on various cases around the youth of the town and getting involved in all kinds of mysterious shenanigans. Cancelled after 3 series, it had a huge groundswell of support from its fans that eventually led to a Kickstarter project to raise money to produce an actual film version led by the series creator Rob Thomas and Bell herself. This Kickstarter was a huge success, the most successful film-related Kickstarter the site has ever recorded, with almost $6 million raised. Warner Brothers clearly took notice of this and greenlit a film version, which was given a very small theatrical release in 2014 and went straight to streaming everywhere else. The film follows Veronica 10 years after leaving high school, now having graduated law school and ready to take a job with a major New York firm. But when her ex-boyfriend, one of the major characters in the series, is accused of murdering his celebrity girlfriend, she returns to the hometown to pick up where she left off, getting back with old friends and old enemies, and trying to clear her slightly sketchy ex-boyfriend's name. Watched as a continuation of the series, which I haven't seen in at least a decade, thanks to E4 running it in the UK in a daytime schedule. But as a continuation, it works very well. The characterisation is all absolutely as you remember it. All the characters that were major to the original run come back. Some are more essential to the story than others. And the level of plotting is really surprising. I was shocked when I checked the runtime, thinking, it must be fairly close to the end, to find that the movie was less than halfway through, because it is so dense with story and character and background. There are so many characters around whom the story revolves and connects, with Veronica at the centre. The tone is very much of what's been termed as sunshine noir, the film noir, but in very bright, hospitable environments. Veronica narrates the story in voiceover and confides to the audience her deep secrets, that she considers herself an addict to the lifestyle, the adrenaline, that she will blow up her whole life, her whole future as a successful lawyer, just to grab that high, that adrenaline high of being an investigator. And Belle is really superb. She doesn't get enough lead roles, even though she's the star of one of the highest grossing animated films ever made. But she's a terrific actor. This is a real showcase for her, both in terms of drama and comedy. There's a lot of humour in it. She's terrific. The supporting cast are all very strong, all making the jump very notably from the TV series. Kristen Ritter reprises a small role. Jerry O'Connell as the town's new sheriff is an addition. The problem with the movie is it really isn't catering to anyone who isn't already familiar with the series. This was made for the fans, for those fans who had not given up hope of a new series, who desperately wanted to see more adventures and more cases with Veronica. And the result is they get this, which is a 2-part one-off story. Although it feels cinematic and looks cinematic, it has the narrative tone of being a one-off TV movie reunion special, catering for those who know the series already and not remotely interested in attracting new viewers. It was sufficiently successful, however, for there to actually be a 4th series, picking up from the end of this, with further adventures of Veronica and her friends and colleagues. I haven't seen it. I'm looking forward to, now that I've managed to catch up on this missing link in the story. But sadly, it was cancelled at the end of that 4th series, and it looks like it isn't going to be returning again. Rob Thomas has gone on to be very successful in television, running a number of popular shows. Kristen Bell, as I've said, has been on the verge of becoming huge ever since, with roles in Frozen and The Good Place on television. But it's a good film. It's a good story. It's well written. It's well directed by Thomas, who co-wrote the script. But it just feels too much like, if you don't know the characters and the environment already, you will be lost, despite the film attempting to catch you up. So it feels a bit like a continuity lockout, despite the film's otherwise many virtues.